He got monetized in a week. Meet Dr. Duke, the Minecraft gamer.
I got like in a week's worth of work, 170,000 views on a new channel. I got that thing monetized. My biggest chunk as of right now is sponsorships. That changed over from last year to this year. I'd say that's like, the rest is AdSense and recently.
Why were there horrible videos?
Pacing, packaging, titles, thumbnails, intros, they were like too long, my voice was bad, and Mr. Beast, actually, I was in his panel. The retention that I held at the 30-second mark had like increased by like 15-20% after I did that.
What's your most popular video? I'm like millions of views.
Yeah, that video did fantastic. I expected it to do horrible. I think the packaging for it was so well that it really pushed it across the edge. Masterpiece level title and thumbnail combination.
Connor, welcome to the show. Welcome to Full-Time Influencer, the podcast. You like to keep your face private. You're a faceless channel. Why did you choose to go faceless? And are you planning to change that in any future?
Faceless, I chose because my niche nobody does. And having a face there doesn't add value to the video. It actually just takes away from it. And if I ever switch styles to like, just regular, like those 13-minute Minecraft videos where there's like, just talking, screaming, having a good time, then I think it would make sense to go, have a face cam and all that stuff. But for right now, at least with the videos I'm doing, a lot of the times it doesn't resonate well with the audience. So you just try and keep it as vanilla as possible. It typically works out.
What do you do? What's your value that you bring to the gaming community? How are you different? What's your sort of angle there?
Just as of right now, I'm doing Minecraft 100-day challenge videos because I cemented myself in that niche in particular because it was like really doing extremely well at the time. And I was like, okay, they're fun to do. So I've been making those. I use Minecraft mods in particular to make those videos. And yeah, I'm just a Minecraft content creator.
Are you then playing in survival?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hardcore.
Okay. Explain that to someone who's not a gamer.
Absolutely. Hardcore is the same thing as a survival mode where, it's just like you can die, but if you die in the game, everything is lost. Like the world gets deleted and you can't play on it again. So it's more like real life.
All right. So everything's lost. You're just like back to
square one if you want to do it again.
When did you decide like, I'm going to make videos and then, hey, I can make money with this?
Yeah, I started making content about 4 years ago-ish. I did it on a smaller game called Crunker.io. And I did that for a couple of years and then it wasn't like really doing good at all. And I kind of got to a point like just 2 years ago where I was like, okay, I kind of want to like, take this up a notch and like actually like do something, be a little bit more successful. So I saw the trend through a fellow content creator that I now have in my videos. His name's a Cookie God. He has like 4 million subscribers, something crazy. So I'm like, okay, that's really fun. Let me try that. And then it worked. My first video did really well. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. It got views. I started earning money. And I was like, okay, all right, I think this is what I need to do. So I just started uploading more of them.
Did it just take off? Or were there moments where you're like, that's not working? I'm just like, what am I doing?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely moments like that.
Obviously content creators come out on the scene. How many fail? Like 95% probably fail or don't get seen. Tell me, how long did it take you and where did you have to push through that barrier sort of like, when you like have that flat and then it just sort of goes exponential?
Yeah. It happened after I swapped games and that was right when short form content came out. So I tried like YouTube Shorts beta and then I had like a really successful short. I mean, I guess, I don't want to say it's successful, but it got like 160,000 views or something. And that's kind of where I was like, okay, I kind of, just want to like take this to the next level again. And that's where my plateau kind of like started hitting an upwards rise because that one short. So I just kept on the Minecraft content. But before that, I failed a lot, tried to do a lot of different trends, a lot of different like just bad videos I've made. And none of them worked. But I know why they don't, like, none of them were good now. It's just because they were bad videos. But back then I was thinking, I'm like, oh, the algorithm's against me. Like, why isn't my video getting promoted? But no, it was just because they're like horrible videos.
Why were they horrible videos? Like, what's the criteria?
My pacing, my packaging, titles, thumbnails, everything, even just description, just small things. intros, they were like too long. My voice was bad. There's a plethora of things that were horrible about my older videos.
Let's talk about intros. How do you make a good intro?
Okay, intros. A good intro for me is keeping it as short as possible while trying to portray a couple goals that I will hit in the beginning, middle, and the end of the video to keep retention. So I'll like do 30 seconds max. And that's like maybe if I'm like doing a subscribe call out or something like in that intro. And I'll just try to keep it concise, restate the title in the first 5 seconds of the video and the thumbnail so that the viewer knows what they're watching. And then I'll do the set up the goals for the rest of the video.
So I don't know if you guys are catching this, if you're watching this. So you restate the title of the video and then the thumbnail, which are obviously different keywords, right, that you optimize for. Right. So when did you figure that one out? Like, how did you come to that conclusion? Did you just watch a lot of YouTube videos and how to optimize your video content?
I went to VidCon last year, a convention for content creators, and Mr. Beast, actually, I was in his panel, and he spoke about restating the thumbnail and the title. And when I did it, like I just saw it was fantastic. The retention that I held at the 30-second mark had like increased by like 15-20% after I did that.
It's crazy.
So Mr. Beast, yeah, he's the number one for a reason.
It's crazy, right? Mr. Beast, the guy knows, right? And he has his fantastic advisory board there as well. Guys who are like super religious about YouTube, and as he is, right? Cool. So once you started sort of front loading, as we call it, right, on keywords and reinstating those at the beginning of the video, your retention just shot up. And where did you see that retention falling off? And where did you had to pick it up later, like going into the video? Like you mentioned the mid of the video, so you kind of mentioned some goals. How did that work out?
So as of right now, I try to, because I make longer videos, I try to get a value moment. That's what I'll call them. Every 2 minutes, exactly every 2 minutes, or like, you know, it could be a couple of seconds off. And that's also where I'll place my ads. So if you go through on my channel, you could see on the like publicly where there are where people rewind back or like skip forward or something, and there are spikes every single 2 minutes where people rewatch that clip. And that's also where I put the ads, so people will watch the full ad and then they'll like rewind back to watch like a moment again every 2 minutes. That's how I hold my retention.
So every 2 minutes you'd basically do a punchline.
I try and provide the viewer the most value every 2 minutes to keep them hooked.
So for all of you who haven't been to Dr. Duke's channel, all your videos are like 20 plus minutes. Like some of them are like an hour and a half or 2 hours even, right?
Yeah.
So there's a value, but basically every 2 minutes. How do you come up with these?
How do I come up with the value points? I read my script. When I'm writing my scripts, I try and account for that. When I'm like doing my storytelling or whatever, if I know my audience likes, so it's either like an action moment or like some big like music build up to like a bass drop or something like that, and then action. So it's most of the time it's action in those 2 minutes to hold retention, because that's more like, you know, I do have a more child audience, so that's probably what they like more, what I'm assuming. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is just do like an action point or like plot twist or something every 2 minutes.
Let's talk about monetization, right? Just take me through the percentile of where you generate your revenue from your channel.
Okay.
Let's start with what your biggest chunk is of revenue there.
My biggest chunk as of right now is sponsorships. That changed over from last year to this year. I've been getting a lot more sponsorships. So I'd say that's like 65% roughly on the pie chart. Yeah. The rest is AdSense and recently channel memberships, which I'd give like maybe 1%, but I'm hoping to get that up to like 5 soon.
Talk me through your sponsors. What kind of sponsors reach out to you? Is it just, you know, a handful? Is it constantly changing? Are you doing outreach? Are they reaching you at this stage?
So I've never signed to an agency, so I've been agency-less. So I haven't had people like actively going to get me sponsorships, just in the about section of my channel. I'm assuming this is where they find my business email. So the companies will reach out. It's mostly mobile games, a couple VPNs, and you know, you get the like scammy ones that are like cryptocurrency, but you know, you have to deny those because a reputation is, you know, important. So yeah, it's just mostly mobile games and stuff.
Yeah, we call them your money or your life sort of business models, which obviously you don't want to associate yourself with. And why? Just explain to your audience and someone who's doing video gaming and it's like new to this, and a cryptocurrency company reaches out to them, it's like, how's that bad for you, and why in your opinion, like in your experience?
It's horrible. I'm not going to promote a cryptocurrency that's, I don't really believe in cryptocurrency regardless, because they all are basically scams or can be, and I'm not going to promote that to children, let alone people.
So that's like your absolute no policy, right?
Absolute
there.
no.
So what sort of sponsorship deal that you're like sort of half?
So like ones that I'm iffy about? Yeah. Sponsorships that I'd be iffy about like promoting would be like more tangible products. I'd still do it, like say Ridge Wallet or like, I don't know, HelloFresh reached out or something, which would be kind of outside the niche, but I'd still be like, be on the fence about those because I don't know how well that would do or come across to my audience. Because, you know, I still want to be like, I want to promote things that I either use or I at least believe in. And I'm like, all right, this is like good. And I don't really know about those products.
Yeah. And how do you place these sponsorship deals in your videos? Do you like stop the video, talk about them a little bit? How does that pop up?
Okay. The ones I've worked, it's a pre-roll integration. So it's usually before the 3-minute mark. And I'll try and, you know, I'd like to say I'm good at this, but I'll try and, you know, throw in some like funny remark or like a good segue to the sponsor, or just, you know, make it flow well with the video just so like my audience kind of enjoys it more. So like I'll say a cheesy line or like do something in the video, and then I'll get into the 30 to 60 second integration where I just talk about it, try and integrate it the best I can for the video that I'm doing. Like say it's, I've made anime videos in the past. I'll try and like use some of the plot for the main video in the integration to keep retention there, because every single time you take a brand deal and it's in the middle of your video, you're going to lose a percentage. And you want to keep that as low as possible.
All right. So you sort of build it in a funny sort of way. So you build it in with your personality. Let's talk about that a little bit. How's your personality? When did you know that you are good at what you're doing?
I wouldn't say I'm good at what I'm doing. I don't think I'm anywhere near as like talented as where I need to be, but I don't know. I just speak enthusiastically with meaning and try and do my best for voiceovers and stuff, and personality wise, try and like have it rub off in my videos, but I don't think I'm good yet.
Obviously it's good that you want to keep improving, and of course everyone can improve and should improve or aim to improve, but numbers speak for themselves. Like, I mean, your videos have a lot of watch time, a lot of views, lots of engagement. Like, talk to me about the community. You mentioned the 1% that you're trying to build upon, like at the community. So
I swapped away from trying to please my specific audience as much when I started the 100 days niche and like all of those, when I hopped on that trend, because I wanted to reach a broader audience. I still do think I need to reach a broader audience, so I'm going to appeal to that more, but that's the like median balance where you need to find where your audience enjoys it, because if your audience doesn't, then it won't be recommended to other people. So you have to please your audience first while keeping in mind a like good way to please a general audience. So that's what I'm trying to do, is do both. All right. And then creating members, right? What's the value proposition there? Is it integrated with YouTube? It is on YouTube. Yeah, I got Patreon reached out and they're like, because they had a very successful person that sold a Minecraft map, and they were making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So it was crazy. And I'm also selling a Minecraft map, and then some custom mods as well that I use in the videos, so that anyone that wants to do the same things that I'm doing in my videos can do a $5 a month tier along with some other benefits. And it's all like on YouTube. It looks great. And that's why I'm doing channel memberships instead of a Patreon, because I like having all of it on one platform. So that's what I'm promoting. I don't do any exclusive videos for my channel members, except for one. I made a tutorial on how to like do the mods and stuff recently, because they're a little bit more confusing. So I do like to, you know, please my channel members, keep them happy, keep them subscribed. Just with that, it just comes along with that's their own benefits on the channel members separately, and then videos for my main channel. So it's not really hard because it's more like you're purchasing something digitally for a channel membership instead of like purchasing like a video every month, which would be a little bit harder to do.
Okay, gotcha. So you basically give them a map or give them a mod, something you've built anyways, making the video already.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit scaling your strategy. How's that looking moving forward? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be in a year?
In a year, I want to, I definitely need to delegate the things I don't enjoy doing. For example, right now I don't enjoy editing, which leads to a lot of procrastination and a lack of uploads because my upload schedule needs to get a lot better if I want to scale and grow and stay on top of things. So in a year, I want to build up a solid team and just be consistently posting content. Yeah, I think that's where I want to be in a year.
I mean, right now it looks like you're posting like once a month.
Yeah, sometimes more, sometimes less, but yeah.
You said procrastination, right? A lot of people procrastinate. I'm guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
How long does it take to build a good, successful team that understands your mission?
I think for how long it would take to build a team and training and stuff, because I think it'd probably be like a good 6 months of, putting in the time and money into a couple people that'll just stay with you and kind of match your style. Because every YouTuber likes to think that nobody can edit like me, nobody can create like me, but people can. I think I've had one of my videos edited by someone else and they nailed my style. I mean, I spent a while training them and my AVD, average view duration, was fantastic on that video. I was very pleased. So people can nail your style as long as you got your hand there, making sure that everything's to your liking. I think it'll work. But yeah, I think a team that can nail my style, is efficient, quick, would be just fantastic for scaling.
What's your most popular video? I'm like seeing one of those that here like have millions of views.
It's I survived 100 days as a Titan shifter in Minecraft Attack on Titan. That's the title, I think, exactly. Yeah, that video did fantastic. I expected it to do horrible because I don't think the quality is very good. There's a lot of things wrong with that video, but I think the packaging for it was so well that it really pushed it across the edge. I think that's my strong suit for YouTube, is just my packaging, thumbnails, titles, everything. And that title is just fantastic. It really is. Same with the thumbnail. I think those are masterpiece level title and thumbnail combination.
Yeah, I see after that, you've done a few more videos with the same sort of title. What's your theory on using brackets in the title?
So I do them for the full movies, which is, it's free content. It's fantastic. So I'll take a couple of my videos, bunch them, typically 3. I'll make sure the plots flow well. And then I'll put 3 videos into one, same videos, and re-upload them. And they do nuts just because it's like a long form video. I don't know how they do so well, but I was able to prove that twice. I'll put the brackets, just full movie. And yeah, I'll just bunch videos together and it works. I just think it's pure entertainment. I don't think like I'm showcasing like, I do showcase skill at the game, but so I think it's just entertainment value.
I see you have a couple more channels there. Your Duke Blogs and Duke. What are those about? Are you actively working on those to develop them? Is that something new?
The Duke channel, a new Minecraft trend appeared, fully targeted towards kids content, but yeah, people were just blowing up in the space. So I'm like, all right, me and my friend wanted to give it a shot. And I got like in a week's worth of work, 170,000 views on a new channel. I got that thing monetized, which was just fantastic.
In a week's time?
Yeah, so it worked. Yeah, in a week's worth of work.
What would you recommend someone who's just starting out?
To anyone starting out in the gaming, just niche or anything in general, I would say, first, before you post a single video, acquire the skills. Acquire learning how to edit, learning how to make thumbnails, work in Photoshop, do all these things, because even if you want to delegate everything and you have the funds to do that, you're still going to need to know how to do it so you know what to tell the person. So just acquire your skills before you post a video, and then make sure your first 3 videos are bangers. Your first 3 might do horrible, but if you post 3 fantastic videos, your 4th one will do good. I'm a firm believer in that. For a long time, you have to be prepared to not see a payoff for a long time and just always grow and improve. That's my advice.
Awesome. Just stick with it, like grit and dedication. Gaming as a general niche is a good niche to get in.
I'd say gaming is a fantastic niche to get in because it's always going to have an audience. And depending on the game you choose, I chose Minecraft because I know it won't die because it's a sandbox game. You could do whatever you want in it, and it's just proven it's always there to stay. I mean, it is the #1 selling game in the world. So yeah, I'd say gaming's a great niche to go into. Make sure you enjoy it. Gaming's fantastic.
Okay, and now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments if you think Minecraft is a crowded niche and if there's also opportunities in other niches that you like better. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new from Dr. Duke. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like free stuff, giveaways, and you like to hang out with influencers and ask them questions. Head over to ftipodcast.com and hop on my newsletter. Thanks so much, and I recommend you watching the next video. It's going to be an awesome one.